Thank you so much for joining me here today, Alyssa Arundell, for our May 2020 tarot card reading. I'm really honoured that you're spending your time with me here today. And for this month's reading, in ordinary circumstances, I'd like us to delve more into our relationships, into our finance, into our career. But the current climate really is dictating a lot of decisions we can make and a lot of things that we can do. And so because of this coronavirus, I thought that this month we could look more into our internal being and more about our spiritual path, more about our self-development. And that might sound a little bit boring to some of us, but really that inner journey, that inner dialogue is really going to help us navigate forwards in our lives. And so that is the intention that I'm putting onto the cards for this month. So without further ado, let's get into this month's reading to see what it holds for you. Hello Scorpio, and thank you so much for joining me for your May 2020 tarot card reading. Let's have a look at what comes up for you in your present situation here, Scorpio. We have the Three of Coins. This card is very much to do with being the apprentice. It could be that you're learning a new skill in some way. Often this coin represents the mason, and these are the two apprentices helping out. It could be that you're very much into a new project. Perhaps in lockdown you've been learning some new skills. I feel like you could potentially use these in your career going forwards. But let's have a little look at what's blocking you at the moment. So we've got the Ten of Swords here. The Ten of Swords might look like a very pointy and sharp card, and to be fair, he is. But the 10 means that it's coming to an end of a cycle. So it can represent a lot of burnout, a lot of exhaustion, feeling defeated in some way, feeling overwhelmed, just feeling like you can't fight a situation anymore. The positive is, though, like we said, it is a number 10, which means it's coming to the end of a cycle. So I think that whilst the ramifications of you feeling this tiredness and burnout will still be there, it's coming to the end of that. So you might not feel like jumping for joy and celebrating right now, but it is coming to a close. The card here that is grounding you, so this is what your life is built upon at the moment. The Death card comes up. The Death card very rarely means physical death, although it sometimes can. It could be that you're thinking about past loved ones, or maybe you are helping someone who isn't very well at the moment in some way. But I think from a more spiritual point of view, this is very much to do with metamorphosis, transformation. Sometimes transformation can be a little bit painful. We see the caterpillar transform into a butterfly, but that kind of looks like a bit of a painful process really to go through. So you're branching out. I feel like you're wanting to change your life in some quite big ways, and there's a lot of releasing having to be done because of that, and a lot of processing your thoughts in maybe a new way. The past card, we have the Hermit. So perhaps you've had to leave some kind of relationship behind, whether this is a romantic relationship or some kind of friendship. Could even be your family. Maybe you've had to cut ties with people that have been potentially toxic in your life. There could be a bit of grief still going on about that. But I do think that this is actually for your highest good. Sometimes in life, moving away or walking away is the best thing that we can do. Other times in life it is really worth working on stuff. So I feel like, though, with this card coming out, you've moved on from something for the better. The card here that is spiritually crowning you is the Two of Wands. Ordinarily, this is to do with career and creativity. It can mean business partnerships. So if you're looking to leap into something new when the lockdown ends, then this could be like the new ideas that are coming into mind. If this doesn't represent anything to do with your career, I just think that you're getting more creative with the way that you handle your resources, with the way that you live your life. Maybe you want to simplify some things. The card that comes up in your immediate future is fantastic. You have the Wish card. which is a 9 of Cups. So take a moment to make a wish on this, Scorpio. It's very watery, it's very you. This is so beautiful to come up in your immediate future, because it means that there is a real opportunity to change things up in a way that perhaps you didn't think was possible. Let's have a look at your state of mind, right? We have the moon. The moon has a lot of meanings to it. It could mean that some secrets come to the surface. Some things that you wanted to find out, you now have. Maybe you've had to play detective a little bit, but when the truth comes out, it can be a little bit painful sometimes. But the truth sounds cliche, but the truth does set us free. And so there may be a bit of agony over what you've discovered, but at the same time, it will help you on your path. It can also mean that your psychic insights are very aware and very alert at the moment. So pay attention to what's happening in your dream time, Scorpio. It could be good to keep a dream journal, because that could be messages from the divine coming through. Your outside influence here is the Page of Pentacles. This could be a youth, usually an earth sign in your life, who has some good ideas on how you can maybe change things up, give you a makeover in some way. It could be something as simple as that. It could also be that you're really learning how to manage your finances in a different way, manage your resources in a different way. Perhaps this lockdown has taught you some things and made you reevaluate what's important to you. Your hopes and fears here, Scorpio, is the King of Pentacles. I think you're very focused on where your finances are. Perhaps it's also about your security. Maybe you want to feel secure and you don't at the moment. Maybe you want to feel like you have all your basic needs met. And when this card comes up, it's kind of saying, this is a wonderful hope to have. Some people say hope is a wasted emotion. I couldn't disagree more. I think hope is what keeps us going forward and pushing forward. So this card really gives you a boost in terms of your ambition and aspirations. Your your outcome card here is the Three of Swords. This isn't the most attractive card, he looks a bit spiky, and he can be. The Three of Swords represents loss in some way or grief. So it could be that this breakup or this loss of a person or situation is still going to be weighing on your mind towards the end of the month. I don't think this is going to be something that you're going to get over quickly. And why should you, Scorpio? Grief is something that is very difficult to work through. It can come up at the most unexpected times. So I feel with this card coming out for you, it's just about being gentle with yourself. Please don't berate yourself if you feel like you're not moving on from something as quickly as you should. Just allow yourself some space to breathe. You're doing really well. You have some lovely positive energy here with the Pentacles cards and the Wish card in particular. But just the key thing that's coming through for you is being gentle with yourself this month, Scorpio. Thank you so much again for joining me here today for your monthly reading. I'm really honoured that you spent the time with me. If you would, again, like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, you can find the information in the description box beneath this video, as well as your own one-to-one personal reading with myself or even with Patrick. So until we speak again next month, I'm sending you many blessings and keep safe and well. Alyssa.